Hey, welcome back to my studio space. Welcome to day 4 of the live streaming challenge with my friends at Ecamm, at Smart Passive Income, and the one and only Pat Flynn. I'm having a really good time doing this live challenge. Hopefully, you are too. And if you're not participating yet, there's still time in the description of wherever you're watching this video. You can just click that link and you can sign up, or you can make your own challenge any day. So the goal here is just to go live every single day for 7 days, and to be really consistent with it, which hilariously, I'm almost there anyway, just with my normal live streaming schedule. But I thought that I would go above and beyond and do these pop up live streams, totally impromptu, unplanned, which is weird and wild for me because I usually love a plan. I usually love a partner too. So this is pushing me outside my comfort zone, hanging out just us, just you and me. But today I really wanted to talk through, and forgive me, I'm still recovering from this cold. I will try not to cough at you. I'm really wanted to talk through my studio space because I've updated and messed around with this space a ton. And honestly, I love updating and messing around with this space because it really I think it's like a fun hobby that I enjoy doing, is redecorating and moving things around. But also I want it to be really functional and helpful for the kinds of projects that I work on often. So up until maybe a month or so ago, a couple of months ago, I was creating content for a few different kinds of projects. So I do 2 different video podcasts. I co-host The Flow with Doc, which is an Ecamm show where we talk all about video podcasting and answer all questions in the world of podcasting. And then I also do a just for fun show on Thursday nights, so tonight, called the VHS Club, where I geek out over movies from the 80s and 90s with my best friend Nat. And those shows are really simple from a studio standpoint. So I don't really actually need to have much more than a camera, a microphone, and some lights. And then obviously Ecamm powers it all. But from a studio standpoint, pretty simple workflow, nothing all that special or over the top needed. So I've updated now, as you can see, my background actually just used to be this mushroom, this one, this mushroom wallpaper background, but it was looking a little bit busy to me. And since I have some cool stuff to display, I now have, let's see, I'm bad at pointing on camera. It's always there we go. So I have my like Andy pop Funko Pop that my friend Mike got me. I have my Blockbuster box. I have my Blockbuster badge this way from when I actually worked at Blockbuster. I have some Beetlejuice characters up here on the top. I have my potato. He's from my podcast as well. And then I've been adding more and more crochet guys to my background because I recently started a new show with my friend Jeff called The Maker's Table, where Jeff is I was about to say Jeff is crocheting. Jeff is not crocheting. Jeff is carving. I'm crocheting, and we have all kinds of fun conversation and community. It's a really great show. It's on Fridays, midday, so you can kind of take a break. It's my reset pause, but it required me to have a different studio setup from just a straight on camera, which is what I do for everything else for Ecamm and for me personally. I needed also an overhead camera. So I want to show you what I did. I want to talk through some of the choices that I made, some of the things I'm actually happy with leaving, even though they're kind of crazy, and the things that I will work to update going forward. And as always, the rules are the same in this live stream. I am an open book. You're welcome to ask any questions live or in the chat wherever you're watching later. I will follow back and answer everything that I see. So feel free to always send questions through. Happy to answer any questions if it's helpful for you. Happy to talk through any and all details of all the different pieces of gear and things that I use, and happy to hopefully make it easy for you. So if you're watching, excuse me, live now, or you are watching live, not live later in the replay, you can ask any questions that you want. So I set up a scene here in Ecamm earlier. Ta-da! Welcome to my chaos. So here you can see me in my typical studio setup, which is usually just one camera, just me facing the camera with my laptop in front of me, my Shure MV7 microphone in front of me, 3 lights, So I have one up that away, one in front of me, and then this I have a little key light to the side, so I have kind of a lot of light coming at me. Um yeah, pretty simple setup, right? But again, I needed that overhead shot, so I had to introduce another camera. So what you're looking at here, nope, this away. Here on my left is what probably looks like chaos, but I wanted to walk you through what I'm doing and why I'm doing it so that you can get a better understanding. I have this desk that my husband made for me, which I love. It's an L-shaped desk, but it was handmade. And you can see here that white part around the desk. See my hands come over top, down that way, the white part down that way. It's chunky. It's a pretty thick desk, which means that it's actually really hard to clamp things to. But I also don't love having tons of stuff on the floor, and I don't love having tons of stuff on the desk. So it's sort of a difficult challenge. And the rest of my setup is actually really low key. It keeps a ton of free space on the desk. I recently updated this mic arm. You can see it moving in the other shot. Ready? You see it there? So I can slide this microphone out of the way when I don't need it, so it doesn't take up too much space. I have a low profile arm on this, which is really nice. And I have the lights, two of the three of them are on stands, but I have the little tiny Elgato key light, and that is actually is sitting on the desk, but it's kind of out of the way of everything. But again, I needed this overhead shot. I bought this arm that you can kind of see. So this camera that I'm looking at right now, you can see my finger coming off in the left. That little camera, it's kind of hard to see in the left-hand shot because it's sort of a mint green. It's fading into the background of the window. But that's my main camera. And again, for most of my shots, I want it exactly as it is right now, facing me, looking great. So I bought an arm that allows for some movement. So here I'm going to show you what I can do with it really easily. Are you ready? Here we go. Right? So in just a couple seconds, I can pop it up and I can position it so that you can see my hands. Jazz hands. Jazz hands. You can see my hands. So the way that I have it structured, I can easily grab my crochet. Here it is, my crochet. Whoop, whoop, my yarn, my crochet hook. You can see it here. And I can have a side by side where if you pretend on the left would be me, my camera facing me, and then I would have this overhead camera. But the problem is because my desk, let me change this back here to me. And see, that's really easy for me to be able to do. And I can manually adjust it to be exactly where I want it to go. And I can make any tweaks, obviously, in Ecamm. And if I go in like that, it kind of adjusts some of those settings. I like that I can move it up and down. So it takes seconds for me to kind of reset my studio space for my Friday show where I need that extra camera. And then I use this one here that is currently showing my crazy chair. I can use that as my secondary camera, which is my face shot. So I'm able to do both of those things really easily. What I wanted to show you is this level of craziness. So I knew I had the right amount of cameras. I knew I could connect all of these cameras into Ecamm really easily. I can plug whatever I want into my computer, including my phone. I can even use my phone camera, and I can switch back and forth between these cameras super, super easily. I can come back over here. Easy peasy. Easy peasy being perfectionisty. There we go. I can come back here and I can easily add cameras back and forth. No problem at all. But I don't want to mess with my space too much. So I had to think about, okay, I need an arm for this camera that has that functionality and that motion, but I have this chunky desk. So unfortunately, this arm that I bought, which I love, is too isn't the clamp is not wide enough. Its mouth is not wide enough to catch to the side of my desk. So I needed to come up with a different solution. So this looks crazy because I have literally a child's chair on top of a plastic box. And then I've clamped on this camera clamp to the front of the chair, and I have the chair leaning against my desk. But the cool thing about this is, as crazy as this looks, and as much as Doc probably would be crying seeing this video right now, it actually works. And because it is outside the cone of cleanliness, you can't see it. Even when I'm over here, you would have no idea. Even when I come up and change over to my hands shot, pretend my computer's not here, hands shot, you would have no idea that I have this crazy complicated system. It works. And it was really easy, and it used all of the things that were within my studio. So, what I really wanted to stress to all of you today, let me come down a bit. All of you who are watching live or catching this later on replay, is that I think sometimes, a lot of the times, we feel like we need to have everything right in order to take on a new project. You need to have all of the right gear. It needs to be all in the right places. You need to undertake this huge project of planning and building it all out so that when you get ready to go, it's exactly where it needs to be. And I get you. I'm a planner by nature. I'm an overthinker by nature. So usually that is how I would approach most things. But when it comes to this stuff, particularly to live streaming, I think it's completely okay to take a look around at what you already have, really think through what your goals are, what you're trying to actually create and accomplish, and just make it work, at least for a little bit. There probably will come a point in time where it won't make sense for me to have this bonkers red chair situation. It's not the most stable. It might get bumped and fall. It might risk my camera. It might cause some of these issues. But at the moment, it works for me, and it allows me to continue creating the maker's table with Jeff every single Friday. I look great. I can show my hands. I can show my face. I have multiple cameras that I'm using really well. And then at some point, I can think through how to figure out how to clamp it to the camera. It's probably as simple as looking for a larger clamp that I can attach to this particular setup, since I like this setup. Or maybe my husband, who's really crafty, can help me, I don't know, cut down that part of the desk so that I'm able to attach it there. There's probably other solutions that will just take some time or money, or time and money, but that's not stopping me from doing that show. I said yes to the show. We committed to a date, and we started and made it work. And I'm shifting things around in the space, and I'm always kind of iterating and updating to make this space better and more comfortable and more me. And so today, in day 4 out of 7 days of live streaming every single day, where I'm getting comfortable with just being imperfectly me on camera, even when no one's watching, even when I don't totally feel ready, I don't know exactly what to say. I'm just showing up, walking through some of the things that matter to me, and being present in the moment. And this is going to help me get better on camera, going to help me be more flexible and understand all of my tech a lot better, and will, be great content that I can use down the road. Even if it's not perfect, there's lots of things I can do to repurpose and use this content differently or recreate it as best as I want. So today's pro tip isn't to feature an Ecamm, but is really thinking through your studio space, because likely you have a camera, and if not, you have a phone. So you can figure out how to position your phone, even if you have to stack it on a bunch of books, even if you have to, I don't know, magnet it to something. There's probably a way to get your picture quality looking the way that you want it to, using the things that you have in your space. If you don't have lights, you can position yourself in front of a window, make that work for a little bit of time until you're able to figure those things out. Or, maybe you have only one light, but you can probably figure out a way to get the most out of those tools that you have, and figure out which of them you need to update when, right? So microphones are the hardest and kind of most important in your studio space. That should be the one that you're focused on first. And then everything else you can kind of figure out as you go along. So hopefully this helped you. I'm going to keep this chair here for a while, friends. I'm just gonna keep it here. It's not bugging anyone. My kids and husband don't seem to care at all. It's bugging me a little bit when I see it, because it looks messy, and I'm not normally a messy person, but it works, and it's helping me to create content and connect with people every week. And that really, in the end, is the important part. So hopefully today's tip helped you. If yes, let me know. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear about what's in your studio space. So whether you're catching this now or down the road later, definitely shoot me a note, drop me a comment, send me a DM or an email. Let me know what's in your studio space. Are there things that you've hobbled together like me? Or do you have like a quote unquote perfect studio space? And what was that process of getting there? I'd love to hear from you. And I will see you again tomorrow. So we have day 5, day 6, and day 7 coming up. And who knows, maybe I'll take this longer. It's been kind of fun getting to hang out and just show up here impromptu live streaming at the end of the day. It's a nice way to close out the day for me. I'm a little earlier today than I was yesterday and the day before. So having a good time with this, and hopefully it is adding value for all of you as well. Happy Thursday. If you are part of the VHS Club crew, I hope that I will see you tonight. We're going to be talking all about A League of Their Own with our friends from If These Balls Could Talk podcast. So that will be tonight, Thursday, May 14th at 9 p.m. Eastern over on YouTube, the VHS Club podcast YouTube. You can find that channel. And if not, then I will see you tomorrow in the live stream or wherever we are connected. But have a wonderful day and have an amazing week. And thank you for spending some time with me. Bye, everyone.